How far would you go for a healthy kidney? If you or a loved one has ever been in line for a kidney transplant, you'll know firsthand how long and agonizing the wait can be. It's estimated that around 14,000 people get a kidney through illicit means every year, making kidneys one of the most popular organs on the market and driving prices up to eye-watering figures per kidney. In fact, experts believe that 75% of illegal organ trade involves the kidneys. Today, we'll be uncovering the truth behind this illegal market, looking into how people actually manage to get their hands on one and how much you'd need to fork out for a kidney. Plus, we'll be shedding light on risks involved and the real-world victims of the booming industry that is organ trafficking. We'll also be talking about the one country in the world where buying and selling kidneys is legal and exploring the secret strategy of the country with the highest rates of organ donation in the world. And later on in the video, we'll be revealing how you can get your hands on 2 exclusive free gifts, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The underground organ industry is one of the most profitable in the world. It's an insidious marketplace where the rich can profit off of third-world desperation, bypassing traditional transplant channels to purchase organs on demand. In the US alone, over 100,000 people are on the waiting list for a donor kidney, yet only about 21,000 transplants are performed each year. This imbalance leaves a gaping void, and it's in this void that the black market for kidneys has boomed. But why is there such a market? Simply put, when legal systems fail to meet the demand, an underground economy emerges. Here, the desperate and the wealthy often connect. The consequences can be dire, not just for the individual who sold their kidney, facing exploitation and a lifetime of health risks, but also the recipient, having to deal with increased risk of infectious diseases, not to mention the higher chances of organ rejection, which we'll explore further in just a moment. Many of these organs are stolen from trafficked victims without consent, and then sold off to wealthy buyers who may not know any better. It's a global operation that generates over $1.5 billion every year and involves sophisticated human trafficking rings, illicit deals, and extreme violence. South Asia, particularly India, is popular for transplant tourism, and it's estimated that over 2,000 desperate Indians sell their kidneys for cash every year, usually to recipients from regions with long waiting lists and stringent transplant laws, including the United States, Canada, parts of Western Europe, and Australia. But how does it all work, and where does trafficking come into it? Hidden from the eyes of the law, this black market operates on a global scale, connecting buyers and sellers in a network that spans countries and continents. And because this industry is so profitable, many of these organ brokers will stop at nothing to make a sale, resorting to trickery and straight-up theft. In Nepal, there's a place that's known as the Kidney Valley, because so many organs are lifted from the poor in this region. Now, some of these people willingly sell their kidneys, but others are duped into it. There are many stories of Nepalese people traveling to neighboring India in the hopes of securing a better job so they can send money home to their families. These people are particularly vulnerable and ripe for exploitation. For example, news outlets covered a story of a 19-year-old boy who was lured to New Delhi by 2 men that promised him a job across the border. Upon his arrival in New Delhi, he was told to take a blood test before starting his new job, and so he went to the hospital. A few hours later, he woke up with no idea what had happened and one less kidney to his name. He was promptly handed a mere $4,500 and shipped back across the border to Nepal, where he now deals with daily pain that has left him completely debilitated. And in Pakistan, a group of wealthy surgeons and their agents imprisoned hundreds of vulnerable and illiterate victims for months on end in tiny apartments, harvesting their kidneys one by one. The terrified Pakistanis were told that they would be murdered if they attempted to escape. But it's not only South Asia where this illegal trade flourishes. Just last year, a Nigerian millionaire was convicted for trafficking a young man from Lagos to London with the intention of stealing his kidney to give to his daughter. And right now, in Gaza, Palestinian officials have accused the Israeli military of harvesting organs from the mass graves of the dead. All across the world, secret kidney transactions take place every day. Of course, some people willingly opt into the sale, sold on the promise of quick cash. But whether or not consent is given rarely changes the exploitative nature of the industry, which sees donors receive a fraction of the profits that the brokers take. So how much money are these people making? Well, buyers can pay anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 for a kidney, depending on the location and urgency. Of this, the donors themselves usually receive less than $5,000, leaving huge profits for the brokers and medical staff involved. But unfortunately, financial exploitation is just the tip of the iceberg. The health risks for both donors and recipients are also immense. Due to the lack of proper medical screening and the unsanitary surgical conditions in black market operations, the transmission of infectious diseases such as HIV, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C is alarmingly high. Studies show that recipients of black market organs have an increased risk of contracting these diseases compared to people who receive organs through legal channels. And this is before organ rejection is taken into consideration. When a kidney transplant is rejected, the recipient's immune system identifies the new kidney as foreign and launches an attack against it. The consequences of rejection can be severe, leading to fever, severe pain, and fluid retention. Now, when a patient receives a kidney through legal channels, they're closely monitored for signs of organ rejection for years after the surgery. And on top of that, they're given plenty of special immunosuppressive medications to help their bodies adjust. But in the shadowy world of the black market kidney trade, most people never receive this kind of care. For donors, a lifetime of post-operative complications are all too common. On top of the risk of severe infections such as HIV and hepatitis, many risk things like uncontrollable bleeding during the surgery. The absence of post-operative care leaves the surgical wounds susceptible to infection, often resulting in painful, pus-filled abscesses that can lead to sepsis, a potentially fatal condition when left untreated. Many report feeling excruciating agony for weeks or even months after the transplant, without access to proper pain medication. Now, you may be thinking, why not legalize this and try to bring the whole industry under some kind of legislation? After all, there's clearly a demand for kidneys, if the black market is that lucrative. Well, in one country, the entire process is legal. But before we go any further, we'd like to thank you for watching with your 2 exclusive free gifts. Discover an entire world of kidney-boosting knowledge, tips, and tricks with the kidney-friendly recipe collection, containing more than 25 recipes for every meal, including dessert. Crafted especially for our viewers with kidney disease, this unique collection focuses on quick and easy recipes to whip up food that's both tasty and great for your kidneys. But that's not all. You'll also get access to the Alkaline Diet and pH Guide for kidney disease. This essential guide unravels the critical role of pH balance in kidney health. It includes easy-to-follow advice on testing your pH levels at home, plus practical diet tips to support kidney health. Get each of these powerful gifts for free. Just click the link in the description below and start using these life-changing strategies today. Okay, back to the video, and let's reveal the country where buying and selling kidneys is all above board: Iran. In Iran, the government regulates the kidney market, providing a fixed compensation for donors, which includes health coverage and fair pay. This system has virtually eliminated waiting lists for kidney transplants within the country. However, the Iranian model is controversial and has sparked debate about whether compensation for organ donation should be allowed. Critics argue that even when regulated, paying for organs can exploit the poor, turning body parts into commodities. Supporters, on the other hand, believe it's a practical solution to organ shortages that saves lives and provides economic benefits to donors who might otherwise turn to the black market. It's certainly a tense debate, and one without any easy answers. But one thing is certain: preventative action needs to be taken against the black market in order to stop innocent people being exploited. So, how can we do this? The first step is to increase legal donations. This can be achieved through public campaigns that highlight the importance of organ donation. By alleviating fears, we can encourage more individuals to register as organ donors. Countries like Spain have led the way in organ donation rates through an opt-out system, where all citizens are considered donors, unless they choose otherwise. They've cleverly combined this opt-out system with extensive education on the benefits and importance of organ donation. This has led to Spain having the highest rate of organ donation of any country in the world for many years. Aside from education, advancements in bioengineering, such as the development of artificial kidneys, could significantly reduce the demand for human donors. If you haven't already, you should check out our video on artificial kidneys to learn more about this fascinating topic. And of course, clamping down on illegal black market activity and spreading the word about what's happening is crucial too. But one surefire way to stop the illegal transplant market is to take care of our kidney health and reduce the number of people who need transplants in the first place. We hope that your 2 free gifts can help you on that journey, so don't forget to claim them in the description below. So what do you think the best way of tackling this issue is? Do you think a legal market like Iran's could work? Or are you an advocate of Spain's educational approach? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this content helpful, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up to speed on the latest kidney care news. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.